Gonna be playing me some of their football. I'm not gonna be playing. We're gonna be watching. It's a season finale. It's a season finale for real, for real, for real. And I started this a little earlier just so we could do whatever. All right. So yeah. All right. Let's do it. Here we go. I'm just gonna post a status and a link here for everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Chargers are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Chiefs, who will be testing that coverage. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton.
We got us a link up.
And Larry, it remains to be seen how happy a new year this will be in San Diego. It's possibly the final regular season home game in this city's history. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Diego Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here.
You bet,
They've been as hot
Gaudin.
as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now...
All right, let's go ahead and get this on Super Sim. All right, let's go.
Here we go, the final week of the
The
NFL
kickoff.
season.
The
Week
last one of the
17
regular
is
season.
underway.
He's gonna
Tyreek
take it
Hill
at
on
the
the
1.
return.
And he's going
And
to
he'll make it across the
at
20
23.
as his guys will set up shop.
So it's
at
been a
the
while, guys.
23-yard line.
Sorry I haven't been
So
getting
here
to
are the
this.
Chiefs now coming out for their
Life's
opening
been
drive.
crazy the last
They'll
couple
be
of
led
months.
out
You
by
know
a
how
guy
that
who
goes.
played his high school ball a stone's throw from here, just about 5 miles east.
I told you we'd finish
the veteran
this.
Alex Smith.
And
That
here
was
we
Hewitt's high,
are.
wasn't it?
It was
got
indeed.
what?
And didn't he play with another guy who later made it to the
Several
NFL
more
as well?
weeks, and
Gotcha.
then the season will be
Yeah,
over.
that running back Bush, yeah, pretty good player there. I would have loved to have seen them play
I
in
think
high
that was
school.
an okay combination.
I would think so. I would think they put a few points on the board
Nice
in high
tip.
school. And now he's
Hurt
gonna try
line
to
still
put some on
catches
the
it.
board in this game.
He only
Just
gets
a
a yard.
on the catch
I
there.
don't know
It'll
how
be
he did
2nd
that.
and 9.
Whatever. All right, so I
Certainly
posted
a
the
key
game
cog
recap.
in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. A dump off for Charles. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith.
Colton put pressure on him there.
Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw,
And since
so
I
he
moved
just
Colton
tossed
to
it
defensive
away.
end, he's
But that
been
brings up
elite.
4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away.
There we go. The punt. And our offense is going to get the ball here with one last
This will be
game
taken at the 13.
to set some milestones.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be
We have a
Charger
chance to go
football here as they
14-2.
take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while.
Quarterback.
They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
You bet I have.
They come out here in the eye. A give to the former Houston Cougar, Kenneth Farrow. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC. Second.
When I get sacked, our offense not off to a good start here. Sorry, I'm not talking. Dylan's messaging
Sack
me.
number 14 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive
And yeah,
guy.
the
Now, as a
Chiefs
quarterback,
defense,
third and long, you really got to rally
I
the
know
troops
we
here,
faced
don't
them
you?
Yeah,
before.
you're
I'm
doing
not
a
sure
big
how that
way.
went.
What else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming
let
at
me
you
pull
because
up
it
the
seems to be
box
working
score
pretty
here.
well.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Time in the pocket, and I hit
Left
Cribble.
side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in
What a
important
play,
times,
man.
because he can trust
That's how you
you
get it
being
going.
in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Wow, we faced the Chiefs early in the year, didn't we?
And the play clock's running down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first
just
down.
trying to find our
the
first
defense
game
might have
against
been
these guys,
loosened
and I
up a
can't
little
find
bit,
it
maybe
anywhere.
anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that play will
There it
go
is, week 1.
nowhere.
All right, yeah, I
Losing
had to go
yardage
all the way back to
near
week 1.
midfield at the 49.
We beat
a
them.
loss of a full 3 yards.
29
and
to
now it's
14.
second down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game,
I had a pretty good
someone
game.
has decided they're going to open up their playbook.
Dylan
First
had a
quarter, and
really
we see
bad
that
game.
play. I like their style.
Rick had a huge game,
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
and defense,
Now
it was
they'll
all
switch it
Brock
up here and
Kutza
look to
and
throw.
William Ford and
It's a
Curtis
short
Smithers.
one here, complete to the tight end.
So it'll be interesting to see how we do things here.
Sets him up for third
3rd
down.
and 3.
When you
We're moving
execute
the
a
chains here.
drag
Marshall
crossing
Brown gets
route
10
really
yards
well
there.
and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
All right, so now I got my focus
So they
back
brought
here.
in an
I was
extra
just trying to
defensive
find that
back
game
here,
to
so
see how we
probably
were
not
doing.
expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Time in
Now
the
back to
pocket,
throw.
and that is
To
to
the
Cribble again.
sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in
And
bounds.
that's
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just
So,
find the
Super
soft
Bowl
spot,
was
find the dead
the other
zone,
day.
and find the first
What a
down.
game that
and that's
was.
what he just did.
Tom Brady
The
comes
offense
back
lining
from
up 1st and 10.
28 to 3. It was one of the better games I've ever seen, really. Falcons defense is terrible.
Now a former New Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley, and able to push his way forward here for a good little
I said going into the game, I said all year, the Falcons defense is too bad for them to win it. For them to win a championship. Turns out that's what lost them the game. Matty Ice choked in the last quarter. Dylan's open right here. Yep, there he goes.
To the flat, that's complete to his running
and
back.
First down, 4 for 4. I am starting off this game red hot.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. And keeps him out
long
big boys
first drive of the game
make
for
him make
us.
someone miss in the open field.
Going to the shotgun.
Play clock winding down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to
Jordan.
throw. Over the middle into traffic,
I haven't
and
missed
that's
a pass
complete.
attempt yet this game.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
When Derek Johnson entered the league as a first-round draft pick, he was known as an outside linebacker with a lot of speed. He's evolved into one of the best inside linebackers in the NFL.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And the play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
That's an interception in the end zone. But there's a safety.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
What?
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
Apparently there wasn't a safety. It just said it there at the top of the screen for no reason.
If you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A gain of 3, second down. And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he'll take it forward.
There's a flag on the play here.
To the 28-yard line.
Offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Smith.
All right, Troy gets a sack there. That's 20 and a half on the year. I have to order pizza. I'll be right back.
At the 1-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Charles the low setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Chiefs defense here ready to head back out onto the field.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction, but maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nowadays, many defensive lines are coached to play the run on their way to the quarterback, and that's exactly what they did.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and he fires one incomplete. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. A chance for us to look at this Chargers defense again. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. Charles the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Again, it's Charles. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
To the right
Whoa, I'm back.
side,
All right.
Kelsey.
Doesn't look like I missed too much. Sorry about that, guys.
It's 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City.
And that's the end of the
we've
quarter.
reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score.
Doesn't look like much has happened. I missed half that quarter, guys. I'm sorry. Had to call Nurse and dinner.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Chiefs defense, they get set and ready to do battle again. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field.
Anyways,
playing,
back
right?
to the old
That's almost
Super Bowl.
gold to a defense.
That catch by
Get to the
Edelman,
bench, get
or
some
was it
rest,
Amendola?
turn the
I
ball
believe it was
over to your
Edelman.
offense.
We'll see what they can do here. See if they can force
That was
it
one of the
for
best
3
catches
and
I've
out.
ever
They'll
seen.
run it now, out of the
I don't know
gun.
how he did it.
And he'll be taken down
But
right around the 34
good
after
for
a
him.
pickup of only
Dillon
a
getting
yard.
stuffed in the run
Safety
game again
Eric
here.
Berry in on the stop.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that
Time
one.
in the pocket
Come back
again.
And get them the next time.
And
And
that one
Van
got
Gordon
tipped.
should have had
Threw
that.
everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
3rd and 9.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the
Rick's
left,
in the
2
slot,
to the
so I have a
right.
feeling this play is going to be for him.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll just
throw it
toss
away.
So he throws
And my
it
5
away,
for
and
5
that
game
brings
has
up
resulted
fourth
in
down.
5 straight
It's a tried
incompletions
and true
and slash
formula,
or an
and I don't think
interception.
it'll change for as long
So,
as we play football. If someone's
This game's
trying to
starting
throw
to
the
go
ball
from pretty
and you
good
put
for the
pressure
passing
on them
game,
and make it tough,
pretty bad,
that's
pretty
only
quick
gonna help
here.
your defense.
Yeah, he's since
And
being
we have an
hurt,
in and
he
out
got
within
rid
a
of it
minute
before
here.
taking the hit, but incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
What a punt.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go.
Jamal
Because
Charles
they still have an opportunity to
is
make
hit
things happen.
right
Shake it
at the line of
Just a
scrimmage
yard
by
to pick
Hayden
up there,
Klein.
and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hayden's seen an uptick
I
in
can't
his
help it. I'm
performance
just
too
sitting back
since
in
Brock Cookson
admiration
went out
right
with
now.
injury.
This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again.
He doesn't
Looking
get
for a
anywhere
seam,
either.
but finding none. He'll
Colby
get
there,
back to the line of
Devin
scrimmage, and
Yoakum,
that's
Dave
it.
Canone.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and
Hayden
that's
gets
gonna
credited
lead to
with
a
the
third
tackle.
down.
Somehow,
There's another
we
example
haven't seen
of
him
why
on
they
the play.
haven't scored any points so far.
3rd and
I
9
think it's time
again.
to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
So after this game, and I might not do it today, I might do it tomorrow, or maybe even some other day.
Indeed.
I'm gonna be doing
Smith
a
now to
statistical.
Survey. Nowhere to escape, and he
And that's
goes
Curtis
down.
Smithers. He's having a big game already again. But
Get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly
yeah,
there.
Look out.
Gonna do what I did
Exactly
on
what
week
was being
4
shouted by the
and just
offensive
have
lineman
real life
to his
comparisons
quarterback
to
because
our
he had no
team's
chance to block it.
stats. You know, see who each player lines up with in terms of real life performance, and that way we could all say, well, you know, I'm about as good as this guy on this Madden game anyway. It'll be interesting.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now.
And
as the drive goes backwards,
Also
so
going to be
he's
doing
on to punt it away.
league leaderboards and all that other stuff. Colquitt
He
punts
gets
it
this
here,
one away,
and
and boy, it's another boomer.
Not
It's
a bad
fielded
punt.
at the 45.
we're gonna get hell of
Look
a
at the spin.
Balance.
Colin.
A
One of the
terrific
best punt
return
returns
there.
he's had this year.
27 yards all told.
I thought maybe he'd get us a
Chargers
punt
will be
return
set up
touchdown,
pretty
which we
well
haven't
as they
had
take
one yet.
over in great field position.
In case you're wondering what I got for dinner, I got pizza, wings, and breadsticks.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul searching now.
I I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll give it to
Dylan
him right up the gut.
gets a first down there.
The 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chain.
We need a little bit more of that going forward.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they like
we're
his measurables.
At least field goal range here, barring a turnover.
Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him.
Just keeps running into the teeth of the defense.
Competes for it, and
has not been working out.
It's his and only his. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll need to get the play off quickly. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Delay of game, offense. Still third down.
We're going to have to air it out here.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Off the play fake.
Time in the pocket. And that collapsed really quick.
And probably the wise
Overthrew Jordan.
There. No one open. He just throws
and Damien's going to come out and go for the field
keeps
goal.
The field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Damien Johnson having a hell of a year at the kicker position.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And out come the Chiefs now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going.
And it's been a defensive matchup so far.
The game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how
Cody Putney gets a tackle then.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A group effort there.
Cody Putney was not here for the first part of the season.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run.
When I was creating the team, I totally overlooked creating him. That was on me. I feel bad about it, but
because the offensive line is winning.
You know, he joined early on enough in the year to have an impact on our season. And Juicy almost had an interception.
Veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
They come out here in the eye. Now Smith.
And Curtis Smithers again.
Casanova McKenzie in there to
getting to his 10th sack of the year.
10 for him now on the year.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean. They can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
And he
another
deserves
great
a bronze
punt there.
leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Special teams has been kind of a disappointment for me this year.
And they're not going to play this conservative.
Hoping that that changes next year. There's no reason for it not to. I mean, Gavin and Colin are both ranked really, really good in terms of return overall. You know, that was kind of their intended purpose. Gavin's kind of turned into probably our best defensive back. But, you know, I think Gavin really benefits from Sean being on the other end of the field because they have to target the other end of the field more often. You noticed elite wideouts don't do much against us because Sean, he doesn't have the stats that say anything, but he locks down the enemy elite receiver.
He chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
And that's important, you know. It's one of those things that doesn't get credited a lot, and you know, Darrelle Revis is kind of the same way forever.
After
you know,
the second down incompletion.
Revis Island was a thing. It wasn't so much this year. Probably going to retire now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding time.
I'm going to get sacked again.
A Chiefs sack. Jay Howard.
He might lose this game.
And that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
It has not been a good game for our offense.
Here's Will Monday now, as he's on to punt for San Diego.
Corey's been having a hell of a game. That's what happens when you're punting the ball left and right.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Time to spotlight the quarterback, Alex Smith. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground.
Well, that's weird. I didn't mean to hit 0 there. Let's go back to it.
Been the case so far in this game.
3-0. Dallas finished the year 10-6. Pittsburgh 7-8, and Jamal Charles gets nowhere. The Rams 4-11, Cardinals 8-7.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed
they're
it
not
to
done
the
yet, are they?
and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now Smith, here's Hartline.
Hartline's been having a pretty good game, and he's going to go all the way, I think. No, Sean.
And they
catching up to him.
Down, but not before he
good shit, Sean.
34. A big play there for KC. 47 yards.
But now they're in field goal range, and that's a false start. That takes them out of field goal range.
Ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
That'll go as a loss of 5.
Now, Jamal Charles chewed us up last time. Let's see if we can have some. He hasn't had some more success yet, but Hartline again, and that's a fumble.
Now a loose football.
And John Pribble's going to get that. Fantastic. Now, who forced the fumble here? We'll see it in the replay.
We know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere.
Looks like Juicy.
Put it away and secure it as they try and get
Devin almost picked it up. It was either Juicy or Cody Putney that forced that fumble.
We put our attention now on the Chiefs' defense. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field.
And that defensive stop, that turnover, probably saved it from becoming at least a tie game.
Before they have to go back out there again.
So defense, kudos yet again. Our defense has carried our team a lot of the time this year. Dylan 10 yards, 10 rushes for 30 yards.
On the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all
First game of the year, he went
Excellent
22
blocking.
attempts
But
for
the guy
54
carrying the ball,
yards.
He was the finisher. A really nice
So
run.
he's already halfway to where he was last
And
year.
he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And having
Just
a much
4
more
yards on the
efficient
pickup,
game.
But that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick
Brian
up the first
Hartline's
down.
already
Looking to
eclipsed
jam
his
the receivers
game
at
1
the line
totals.
here.
He only
Press
had 1
coverage, look
catch for
defensively.
3 yards in the first game.
And now here's a carry heading left. Room here to run.
Dylan gets a
And
couple
he takes
here.
this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's
You know what's really
2nd and 2.
interesting is
And once again,
all
Rutgers
year,
wins. The offensive
tight ends
line
have been beating
lowered
us.
to
That's
the
been a
defensive
thorn in our
front.
defensive
They
side.
moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
See if they stay on the ground
Think
for
about
second down.
even if the team doesn't have a great tight end, the tight end seems to be able to do something against us. I think that just has to do with a undersized secondary more than anything.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like
And that's a
they'll
first
spot
down.
right in midfield at the
Jordan
50.
Pibble's 2 touchdowns away from 10.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
This should be the last play before the 2-minute warning, barring say an incomplete pass. Trevor and Marshall in the backfield.
From the midfield
I've seen
stripe,
Trevor a
they'll look to
little bit
throw.
here.
He's got
Marshall's open on the
time.
top,
And he
and
rifles
instead I go
one
in the middle.
incomplete.
Not sure what exactly I'm thinking out there. Rick's not happy. Marshall is wide open at the top of the screen. I'm sure he's not happy. And I said, barring an incomplete pass, would be the last play before a 2-minute warning, and here it is, 2 minutes and 1 second remaining. Just a missed throw. Did it fall out of my hand?
At 2:01.
I don't even
Time for
know.
one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Well,
They
here we
come
are.
out here in the eye. He'll try again
2nd and
with the
10,
arm here on
and that's to
second
Marshall
down.
Brown.
And this time he's got
Marshall
the hook up.
gets
It's
us to
complete.
30.
So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to San
Marshall's
Diego
been quieter than I
after this
thought he'd
timeout.
be this year. Usually when I play with this created team, because this is pretty much the same team that I've created a couple years ago,
We remind you that coming
and I played a
up
lot
at
with that.
halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley.
Marshall is really
Larry will have
important in my
highlights
offensive
and
scheme.
analysis of this first half. I'm
Thinking
guessing
after this
mostly
year, I'm going to
defensive
change up the
highlights
offense a
that
little
we will
bit. I
see.
think we're using
Yeah, that's
the
kinda cool. No
Pittsburgh
touchdowns
Steelers
scored yet
offensive
so far.
playbook now.
Yeah,
I might
none
switch that to the
whatsoever.
Dallas Cowboys
He'll look
and
to throw.
Dylan
He's gonna
Brown.
find his running back. It's
He's going to get a
complete.
touchdown. No.
A big play
Close.
there on the catch
On
and
the 1 yard
run.
line.
30 yards.
I might switch this from the
After that nice game there
Pittsburgh
for the
Steelers
rest of the game, the defense got to respect the
playbook
running backs
to the
as passing threats as well.
Dallas
Not
Cowboys
just playing
playbook,
strictly to run the football,
which should
they
see
may be able to
an
get
uptick
downfield and catch it
in
too.
the usage of Marshall Brown.
And
Should
now
see
the
a more
offense operates in the red zone.
zone blocking scheme in the running game. And should see a Caesar slot. I mean, wow.
And this one will
Dylan
wind
tries
up
throwing
with
it, but
losing
loses
yardage back
3
to
yards.
the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards.
Good
and now it's
defense.
2nd down.
Did your
Marshall,
eyes
we're in the
say
red zone
push 'em
here.
back, push
If
'em
you're going to
back
get your
here?
touchdown,
was
this
a
is
kicker.
it.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at the last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves.
Marshall
Well,
Brown
it
has
was
been on
3
a
on that one.
From the
touchdown
1 back to
drought.
the 4.
And we're probably going to run it, even though I'd like to see us pass it.
Movement
And that's a
there
false
on the
start
offensive line.
on
A
Phil
little
Benedict.
quick and a 5-yard penalty.
Offense.
And now 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Time in the pocket.
He's got time in
And
the
that is
pocket.
to
And too much on that
Rick,
one. It's out
but
of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
he had 4 people around
Good
him.
job by the O-line. Quarterback had
3rd
time
and
to go
9,
through his
and if
checks.
we
That's
leave
one
this
you need
without
to
getting a
take advantage
touchdown,
of.
I'm going to
A
be very
perfect
disappointed.
situation, and they're
It was
unable to
1st
take
and 10.
advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Kurt Epprick in the backfield.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Surveying
Time in the
field.
pocket.
That's caught.
That's
at the 2.
Steve who gets us to the
Now
1
here's
yard
a
line.
defensive timeout
I
called
say
by
go
the
for it, man.
Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather.
And we're
Now
gonna,
they're back and set as
man,
we resume play.
4th and 1 with a minute left. Just go for it.
And
Whatever.
his kick is good.
I'd be
And
shocked if
that'll
he
add
missed
3
that
more to
kick.
their lead. It pushes it up to 6. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you
And we
can
gotta
put
hope
anything
that
on the
we're just
board,
getting
you
the
run to your
defense tired
sideline
out there.
somewhat happy.
The kick unit
That's our
on here
second
for
really
the
long drive of the
Chargers as they
game.
will
The first
send
one
this
ended up in
away. That'll be
an
taken in the
interception.
end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to
And this
head
will be the
on
last regular
field.
season game
And
played
last
in
time
San
the
Diego.
turnover on the fumble, and
We
they
are
were in enemy
relocating to
territory,
Mexico
so
City
that had to
next
be
year.
very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard,
Which
you can't do it again.
You know
Happened
every part of it
before
was
they announced that they were
frustrating.
leaving to go to
Down on
LA.
the scoreboard,
So
had a drive
that's
going,
cool.
and pushed it past the
They kinda
50-yard
sort of
line
predicted
to
that the
get
Chargers would be
striking
leaving.
distance, and to come away with nothing.
there's a flag, probably holding.
Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly.
And that's to
Now
Travis
they can't
Kelce.
afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Offense.
Yep.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Out of the gun, Smith.
And he's
Caught.
pressured.
Kelce,
Kelsey
left
catches it
side.
though.
11
Gets the
yards
yards
on the
back.
pickup, and it's a second down.
And the coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, here's Smith. Caught here by Conley. And they're able
Sean
to get
with a
this
tackle
one
there.
across the 35.
Playing a conservative
Give 'em 11
defense there.
yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down.
And that's
And
Troy.
no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him
That
for
puts
a
him up to
sack.
21 and a half sacks on the year. One more ties the
Well, they
record.
go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Two more
Somebody gets hit.
makes Troy the all-time single-season sacks leader. Can he get it? That's the only record that our team's capable of hitting this year, by the way. But it would cap a very impressive season for Troy if he can.
To the sideline,
Jeremy
and
Maclin
that is
gets a lot of
heck
yards
a
there.
catch as he was able to get
Alex
both
Smith.
feet in.
8 for 10, 160 yards.
Let's make
Week
this
1
simple.
against us,
What a
he had
catch.
17 for
Especially
33,
the finishing
133
part of getting
yards,
his
no
feet in
touchdown,
bounds, toe
and 3
tapping,
interceptions.
And of course, foot dragging.
Little
One to
tapestry,
Juicy,
if you will.
and
Oh,
one to
I like
Hayden, and I'm missing one here.
Let's see what the
Oh,
defense
who the hell
dials
was
up
two?
here. 3rd and 4. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Smith.
Hayden Klein
And no
getting there.
escaping this time as he'll go down. They
That's
got him
4th
for a
down.
sack. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for
We got
a
5
timeout.
sacks.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here.
We had
before
4
get to
in week 1
halftime.
against them. Brock Kutza had 3 of them. Brock Kutza had 3 sacks.
So now
Smithers
they're
had
back out
1.
and ready.
This game, Curtis Smithers already has 2 sacks. Troy has 2 sacks, and Hayden just got 1 there.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get
Before this
set to
game is
see
all
what
said
they
and
can
done,
do
Dylan
here.
Brown
And with
should be
time
coming in the
quickly
door.
fading here in the second
Thought I'd
quarter. Not
have
sure how
time today.
aggressively, offensively they want to play
Turns out I
this.
didn't.
I think we'll
But
find
we had
out
already
just
started the
how
game,
much they
so
trust
we're
their
going to go ahead
guys
and go through
in
it.
this situation
Dylan
if
breaks
they
1
decide
tackle.
to take a shot.
Almost breaks a
And he'll
second.
get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Dylan only
It's a
needs
6-yard
10 more
pickup, but it
yards
gets
to
him
hit
to
his
2nd and
total
4.
from last game. halftime comes, and it is a defensive game.
In week 17,
Neither offense seemed to get anything going here.
Our EA Sports Studios in Orlando.
Both offenses have had big plays,
Here's Larry Ridley.
but
Thanks,
both have been
Brandon.
foiled
I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA
in the red
halftime
zone.
report. The Chargers are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Chiefs didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come
See
back.
their passing.
All right,
But
let's take a look
our
at some of the
yards are
highlights
just
from the first half.
Night and day right now.
Offense out now following the INT. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This will go as a loss of 10. Now midway through the second. Smith finding his mark across the middle of the field, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 47. Chiefs would later turn it over on a fumble. Final seconds of the half. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. This will go as a loss of 10.
And Hayden Klein stepping up his game here.
So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to San Diego for the second half.
Okay, Larry, thank you. No touchdowns in our first half.
And Gavin's going to go
What will
ahead
we
and
see
take
in
this
half
one.
number 2. Time to find out.
And he gets to the 25.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Statistically, this year, I believe Gavin's been having a better year than
And on the
Colin.
outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's see if our offense could break the chains here. Get something going.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one up to
Only
the
gets a
26.
couple of yards, but
Just a yard
not
on the
much.
first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was
And
a week ago. And
you look at what
partner, I think
Dylan's
you
done
can
this
pin some of
season,
this on that
and
O-line, that room to run, just
He's
not
had a lot of
there.
really good
You
games,
mentioned last
but a lot of
week that it felt
really,
like the
really
offensive
bad
line was getting beaten
games.
to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was
from them.
pretty
It's interesting
evident,
to
I
see.
thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're
But
right
the thing
there
with
again
Dylan
this
is he
week.
always has that
Same thing
capability
is happening, not
of getting
able to
that
get
huge
started
play out of
because
nowhere.
they're not able to control the
He is
point
the
of
Randy
attack.
Orton of
And this
football.
defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
You see there, Rick, 5 targets, only 1 catch. Really good job
They'll need to
containing
get the
Eric.
play off quickly. They'll drop the throw.
And there he is there, getting the
Carry
first
is
down.
complete. He
Fantastic.
gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick
And
out
he-
of
and
watching
he has 80 now.
quarterbacks and receivers
He
do the
wants
pass
85.
trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to
80 receptions
practices,
on the year. He's
we
up to
see that
81. He
after
needs 4
practices
more to
as
get
well. They really
85.
tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these
And,
situations. First down.
And they build that trust,
Yeah.
and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Time running out here on the play clock.
A Wildcat. And
And he is
that's a
gonna
formation
lose
that has
yardage
never
here.
worked for
A
us.
loss of a full
And of
3
course it doesn't
yards,
work
and
there.
now it's 2nd down.
The evaluation process
Another
in today's
reason why I
NFL
think going
does
to
not
the
take into account as much bulk as
Dallas
it does
Cowboys
speed, and that's what we're seeing with the
playbook
linebacker position.
is I don't know if
Those
I've ever
guys that
seen
can
them
run,
run the
They can
Wildcat.
play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Play clock winding down. Now this time he'll look to throw.
play action, time in the pocket.
Oh, he's
Marshall
got a man
Brown.
wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Marshall Brown having a pretty damn big game already.
The big guy running the corner
3
route,
catches,
being able
50
to
yards.
lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically.
Now if
But a
only
lot
we
of
could
times
feed
that
him in the
doesn't
end
work as
zone.
well because his quickness often wins the route.
Takes 3 men to bring him
So
down.
after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Really balanced game attack here. 21 passes, 19 runs.
And the play clock's running down. On first down, he'll drop
Pass
the throw.
again, and that's to
he's
Eric
got it.
Thompson.
Got his man on the in route, complete.
And we are in field goal range.
15 yards there on the catch and run. And just
Starting
a
to turn
small
this game
glimpse
around a
there
little
as to
bit
why
by the looks
they
of
like
things.
this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll need to get the play off quickly, and he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The linebacker, Josh Maga, brings him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line.
Still nothing going on the running game.
Linebackers, third level defensive
But it's
backs.
important to keep trying.
Run, that was what we call a first level run.
So that they
and it
can't
was stopped
just
by
zero
a
in on
second
the
level player.
passing game.
And they'll go on the ground. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Third and
a couple of
6.
Chiefs there to bring him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he
Stupid.
went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Why not pass it on second and 3rd and 6? Instead, we tried this fake play and lose 3 yards.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third
I
time
mean,
today.
Damian should be
from the right
solid
hash. It's a
here.
46-yard attempt. Play clock winding down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
At least that makes it a
And that will
two-possession
make
game.
our score 9-0. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this
Now,
is
there's
what
a
you need
glitch
to do.
with Madden.
Make sure you get points out of every possession.
Damian's
And so far,
stats don't
they've
show
done a
up
nice
in the
job
player
with that.
stats of the
The
league
kicking
leaders.
it on here for the
So when I do
Chargers
my
as they
end of
will
the
send
year
this one
statistics
away.
and the leader things, I'm going to have to compile his
Let's field it a few
via
yards
box
into the end
scores
zone.
on my blog.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and get the running game going with Jamal Charles. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
But Troy got the tackle
5
there.
yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Tenth carry now for Jamal Charles.
Gavin.
And he's
He
able
gets
to
the
take
first
this
down,
one up to the
but-
35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup.
Knock
of a
on
first
wood,
down
we've
on
been
that
really
second
fortunate
down run.
in terms
And in
of
that yardage game,
injuries.
they can run that plan any down.
You know, we've had we missed
So they pick
Austin
up
for the first
down
few
after
weeks,
the run, and now they
and
approach for the fresh set.
we lost Brock late in the year. But that's 2 injuries,
Smith going to turn
and
and
neither
give it
one
to
was
Charles.
really major.
And he gets this one to midfield
Major in the
before
fact that
he's
they've
brought
changed
down.
really the
And a
schemes
nice
of our
carry there,
offense.
15
You know,
yards.
if Dylan had gone out with an injury,
Sometimes it's hard to
or
believe,
even
but there are times this game is about
Troy,
patience, isn't it?
or
Has had
Juicy,
the game he expected, but that run there,
or
that may
Sean,
get him going.
I
our
was just gonna
defense,
say,
our
maybe that
defense
gives
and
him a little
offense
juice
would
because you're
have
right, he
changed
struggled,
significantly.
especially in that first half.
Yeah,
But
and I know
Brock
the great ones
was
always
just
think
a
to
pass
themselves,
rusher, outside
just
pass
hang in there.
rusher.
I'm just one
We were
big
able to
carry
move
away
Troy to the
from
outside
busting this
linebacker and
open.
actually
That's a
upgrade the
good
position
start for him.
itself while taking a loss of talent at the defensive line
The
position,
first down
putting
carry
Colton
here
there.
for Charles.
And Colton has done
And he's gonna fight his
fantastic
way
doing
forward here
that.
for
So
a modest
that's been a
gain. He'll get
complete
nice chunk
non-issue.
there on the first down run, and it's second
When
and
Austin
4.
went out, we saw
This
Jordan
drive is turning
Tribble
into
take
an
the mantle
extended
of the
one,
second
and
receiver,
the guy carrying the ball,
and he
he's
exploded
becoming
early
more
on
like
in
a
the year.
body
He's
blows guy.
maintained
Every
his
carry is putting some
stats.
damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too
Steve
sure
took
how many
a
guys are going to want to run
upgraded
off and
role in
tackle
the
him.
offense for the time, and
Now Smith,
he didn't do
the
bad
tight
with it.
Kelsey
And you
has
saw
it over
Cody
the middle.
Putney even
And brought down,
jump
but
into
able
wide
to get
receiver.
it to their
Now I created
30-yard
Cody
line.
with the
And there's a
intent of
completion
having
to
him
the
be
tight
like a
end, and
dual
look at the
threat
size
player.
of
He
these
could play
players
offense and
nowadays. At that
defense.
spot, 6'4",
Unfortunately, on the game, you
6'5",
can't
and
have
up.
him in the depth
A
chart
lot
on
of
both at
guys
the
used to
same
be
time. Otherwise,
basketball
I'd probably
players,
still have him
somehow
there.
came back
But
to football.
so
That's
you have
really
to,
good
before
for
the
the
game,
of football.
choose whether
You
he's
get
going to
better
be a
athleticism,
cornerback or a
great
wide
hand-eye
receiver.
coordination, guys who know how to
And
control their bodies when they run their
We've needed
routes.
more at cornerback than at wide receiver, even though Talon did pretty good early on in the year
They
before
go
Cody
play
showed up.
action here on first down. And his
And almost
throw's
an
gonna be
interception there by Sean.
incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified
Yeah, man. I mean, you look at if we didn't have Dillon, the running back, we had to settle for, you know, Trevor or Kurt. Could we have had the offensive success we've had? Because they don't have that big play explosiveness that Dillon's capable of busting out.
They'll come out in the pistol.
And that would really change how we play.
Here's the option going right.
Alex Smith gets
might
a
have
couple
gotten
yards
this
there.
one down to the
But,
28, and that's all. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a
So outside of those 2 injuries, I can't really think of any that happened. Brock's been injured twice this year.
Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk reward and him taking
He had
hits,
10 sacks when he went out with injury, and I don't think he's really... I think it was like week 8 or something like that. And that is almost a touchdown. He should have had it. And then we should have had the interception. But
that'll bring up a 4th down.
It is what it is.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock
So
the
next
ball
year,
away.
some players will probably be
That's
better
a
if
pass
be a
he's gotta
progression.
have and a pass he
We
should
might
have
see
caught.
some of the older players take a hit. And I thought Talon was going to block that punt, that kick. Talon blocked 2 in one game, and he came really close to blocking that one.
A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense
And
try
Talon
to
is
get the
like a
ball back.
defensive
So here
special
comes the
team
kickoff, and
specialist.
what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be fielded at the 6.
And it's back to a 1-possession game.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Neither team has a touchdown.
Receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run
Pitch.
it on the toss. And he'll get
Dillon
this one
gets up to 58
about the
yards.
39 here. 8
Which I
yards on the
believe-
pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Yep, he's passed his yards total from the first matchup against
taking
the
the snap
Chiefs.
and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle
So
or
yeah,
a
I gotta
tight
do
end
standing,
in the
end of the year
direction they want to run the
standings,
football. If they do that,
playoff bracket.
that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they
Another
don't,
trick play here.
oftentimes it's not a very successful
Ben
play.
Gordon gets one, and it
Yard
looks
on
like
the
Dillon's
pickup,
here
so a good
with the
situation on
pizza.
2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, you're going to hear Dolph bark,
What they're doing
unfortunately.
is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
The play clock's running down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Dolphy,
But it was stopped on that
chill,
play.
dude.
Plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Here's Will Monday now.
And we're
He's
gonna go
been
ahead and punt
terrific
it.
so far.
Nice punt. Welcome home, Dylan Brown.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone
Dolph.
for a touchback. The Chargers defense gearing up to take the
I
field.
cleaned off a spot in that
They've got
table
the
for you.
lead. Last time they surrendered the field goal. We'll see what they do this goal.
Season finale.
Giving up 3 is never ideal because any defense wants to
Season
catch a
finale
shot.
right now.
But that's not a bad thing in most situations.
Neither team has
Never
scored a
give up field
touchdown, and
goals.
we're almost in
Your
the
team
fourth
has a
quarter.
chance to win.
Yeah, they still, as I said, they got the lead here. We'll see if they can get a stop and hold them to 0 points this time. It's a loss of a
Word.
yard there, and now
I'm going to finish this game and eat.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor
Dolph,
quick
chill.
enough. But with the defensive
Come here.
ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance.
Come on, boy.
It's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Not in trouble. Just chill.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. But pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a
3rd
bit
and
more
11.
scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And Troy almost had another sack. That would have tied the record.
So he just tossed it away. But that brings up...
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Quick 3 and out there.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Take it at the 37. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And
not bad field position here. We only need about 10-15 yards to get into field goal range for Damien.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
This should be the last play of the quarter.
They'll give it to him right up the gut.
We run it.
And
Dylan
he's going
gets
to
a
be
couple
met at
yards.
about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I mean, 150 yards ain't bad
And the
passing,
defense searches for one
but
more
it's not
stop here
good
after
either.
the run on second down. And
Testament
defensively
to a
going with a
defensive showdown
dime
here.
set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Passing play here, time in the pocket, and that's to Eric Thompson
Here,
for the
that's
first down.
complete. And he's able to get
And
the
we're
first
probably
before
in
he's
field
taken
goal
down
range
at the 36.
Fourth quarter now.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's Charger
Neither team
football,
has
and
been
they've
able
got
to
the
get
lead
up
as
in,
well as we
hit pay
begin
dirt in the
the
end zone.
fourth quarter.
Thompson needs 2 more catches.
They'll run it here.
Zach
This is their
Kimball's gonna
fullback
run it
getting the
for 2
carry.
yards.
Credit him with a 1-yard
Maybe
gain
1.
there to make it 2nd and 9. The fourth
game says
quarter
1.
here, they've got the
Looked
lead.
like
They
2
want
to
to keep
me.
it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
You see Jordan Pribble,
Smart
4
football.
targets,
Keep the clock
3
grinding,
catches.
keep
He's
it
had a pretty
going.
efficient
But you
game.
got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And there's a penalty.
Wide open receiver.
And Pribble has a
complete.
touchdown.
And
And it's
he'll
not
take
gonna
this
count.
into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding on the defense. Jordan Pribble gets that
And
touchdown.
with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty.
Finally.
So let's try this
I wish it was
again
to
as
Marshall,
they come to
but
the line to go for 2.
Jordan Pribble needs 1 more to hit 10. And we're going for 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So the defense gets the stop.
kickoff.
I know it's situation to situation.
Goes to the
but
1.
who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
He jukes out
I
Colin.
truly believe it's the
Tries
defense
juking
has
out
more
Curtis.
pressure
Curtis
because
says,
the
"Nuh-uh, not
offense has
today."
an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the
Bad
field.
snap,
Just
but it
something
doesn't
to
matter.
build off
Charles
of.
gets
That's
3
what they're
yards
looking
anyway.
for here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Season ranking and takeaways 3.
2nd down, 9 yards to go.
And as long as we, keep
Charles
them from
Lawrence
scoring
set
probably
back.
this drive, we'll probably win.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Now he almost
And
intercepted
Julian
it.
Taylor almost had an
They haven't
interception.
picked the ball off yet. That
Alex
probably
Smith
should
was
have been there first.
dead accurate in the first
And it's
half.
3rd down now.
And he's falling
Oh,
apart.
man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing is Smith. A dump off for Charles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
John Purple just attacked me. It's been a good game.
Now a first down throw. It's
not
Smith.
An exciting game, but
and
what the hell? I think he was trying to get it to number 17, and then it bounced off of Hartline's helmet, so Hartline had to try to catch it. Andy Reid's not happy. He almost had it too. He might have been able to get some yards. Devin Yoakum, one of the main cogs in our defensive machine.
Back to the air, Smith on second down.
Cody Putney looking for a sack, and he gets it.
Down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line.
Alex Smith has not been having a fun time against his defensive pass rush.
When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback.
You see Cody all the way up here at the top of the screen, but he don't care. The speed, the aggressiveness.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
From the gun, here's Smith. Going underneath for Charles.
Jamal Charles
A
gets
gain of 4
nothing.
on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space.
And they're going to
with the
have to
football
settle
in their
for a
hands.
punt here,
That's
I
why
think,
sometimes you
unless they want
swing
to
it
go
out
for
to
it.
your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now.
Yep, they're punting.
As he's on to punt for Kansas City.
And as long as we chew out some clock here, we're probably looking at win number 14 for our debut season.
On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And
Like I said, I'm not
carry out
getting
of
next
bounds.
year's
Where are they
Madden.
gonna spot it now?
I already got
At
so
about
much
the
time invested
18-yard
into
line,
this
it looks
franchise.
like.
I'm not going to
Chiefs
reboot it.
defense
I'm
getting
going to let
ready
this
to
one go
roll.
for a couple
And
years.
A touchdown given up the last time they were out
Don't
there, so
play
they
too
need
much
to
Madden.
refocus a little bit.
And make sure
Not a
that
big
they don't
fan
start finger pointing with each
of
other, because oftentimes when a
the
touchdown's
arcadey
given
feel.
up,
You can never,
you say,
when you're
okay,
playing
where did
Madden,
that
it's really
happen?
hard to
Who broke
achieve
down?
realistic
Who gave it
results.
up? Instead,
Used to be,
stay back out there, be a unit
faithful.
again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play
Especially
a little
since
bit
they
better
moved
on
to this
drive.
generation. It's
And
going
he'll
to be
get
really
this
hard
one
to get
across the
that.
20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 3 on first down.
2K is really easy to manage to get
In
realistic
this situation
results.
with a lead fourth quarter,
Baseball, you
keeping
could
the ball on
even
the ground, I'm sure.
kind of
That's
force
just smart
things to
football, but you know the defense has to
balance
know it
out
as well. They've got
realistically.
to stop them here. So now we're going to see that load
Madden,
in the box in a
man,
big way.
unless you're watching
6,
it, it's
7,
impossible.
8, 9, whatever it's going
There's
to
so
take.
much human
It's a
error
little
that
bit
could
more
go on.
pressure on your big offensive line.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He's played a great game.
I'll be honest, I've
Continues right
started
there,
several
even with this lead,
franchises.
confident
I
throw
used
the
to,
pass
you
and
know, I
have
like
the
doing
reception
fantasy
there.
drafts and
There's
stuff,
no doubt
but
who the leader of their team is.
so
there?
hard.
There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you run the
Because,
football, run the clock
teams
down.
really pick wonky.
Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel
They don't
that
pick, you know,
confident in what
the
he's getting done.
Give
best
him 5 on the
player
carry there, and it'll be
or even the
second
most
down.
logical player.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding
So
a way
like
to
you're
create
looking
that
and you're
type
just
of
like, I don't
yardage
know
in your
who to
running
pick.
game.
And
That'll make the
yeah,
guys
you could
carrying
get
the
a
ball very,
stacked
very
team,
happy.
but
They
really
come
want
out
a
here in
stacked
the
team.
eye. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Well, now they'll try the end around.
And we're
He
going to
is
try
met
another
at
fake
the line
play,
of
and Rick
scrimmage, and
has
he goes
3
down
rushes
right
for
there.
negative 6
No
yards.
gain on the play there, so they're
That
left
just
with a
doesn't
3rd down
indicate
and
how
6.
well that doesn't work.
As a defender, you're
And
eager
why
to be
we should
involved
stay
in every
away from
play.
that.
So when the action
I
goes
don't
away
know.
from you, a lot
You know,
of times
we're-
you run after the ball.
You
But
know,
in
really
this case,
important drive here to
terrific
just
job
chew
by the
out some
defender,
clock, maybe even
staying
get another
home
score
and
to
taking care of his
seal the deal.
responsibilities.
when we're fucking around with trick
They'll
plays.
set up a throw. And a quick throw here.
Luckily,
That's
Ham
complete.
Bone's there to get the
And
first
he's
down.
got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he
Still
stopped
doesn't get
immediately
much of
there.
anything down there.
No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And another
intercepted.
interception.
Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler.
And that is
Marcus
big
Peters.
time.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the Chargers, their defense heading back out there. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt
Or maybe you
about
didn't
it.
like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again. The tight end
This is a
Kelsey
big-time
has it
drive
over
for
the middle. The
Alex
completion
Smith.
good for 3, and it's second down.
Let's make a
Gotta
break
give
time.
credit where it's due. Really
You know, we
nice
had the
defense
chance to
on
seal the
that
deal
play.
there in
Pitching
that drive,
catch
and
was
we
successful.
fell short.
But
Now it's
they
time
run
for
after it.
the Chiefs to bring it back to a one-possession game, get one more defensive
Here we go
stop,
with second and
and
7.
score another touchdown. You know, they are realistically in this game.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
And that's what scares me as well.
Finding
And
And the Chargers rush is going to get
Hayden
there. Down he goes.
and Colton
They
share
push
that
him back
sack.
8 yards that time on second
That's
down.
our 7th team sack
And
this
on
game.
that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We
Yeah,
always
that's what
talk
scares
about
me
low
is,
man wins in the running
while
game
we've
for
had
the
our fair
offensive
share of
lineman versus
blowouts where
defensive
we just
lineman,
dominated.
It's essentially the same thing
There's
in
been
pass
so many
protection.
games
Get
where
lower
we
than
just-
that defensive lineman so that you can keep
we
your
should have
balance
dominated.
and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And it looks like we've
We
got a
do.
dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Smith.
And that's
And that is
intentional grounding, maybe?
incomplete.
Holding offense.
No, holding.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City.
And yeah, that might have did it. That might have done them in.
This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chiefs defense making their way back onto the field. They got a little steam following the interception the last time they were out there, Charles.
And they want to keep that going now because once you get one,
The last 5
you
minutes,
wanted to multiply and turn into a
we
bunch
get a field
more.
goal.
And right now, they're putting up their version
Or just,
of a
you know,
no-fly
2
zone.
out, 2 or 3 minutes.
Fly zone. I like that. We had a flyover. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jay Howard in there to get him, and that's
Got to give
number
credit where
8
credit is
for
due,
him
man.
on
Their
the
defense
year.
has been elite.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Play clock winding down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide
There's Rick.
open, complete.
and he doesn't go down.
26 yards.
I believe that gets him up to that magic 85.
Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
The last
They
5
come out
minutes.
here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback.
Man.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the
Not a
47.
great game for Ryan.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49.
Couple of yards for Dylan
4
there.
yards on the pickup there. And
3rd
now
and
they're
8.
left with
You
a
probably
3rd
got to
and
pass
8.
it here.
When you
And
find
this
that
game's
kind of yardage, you
basically
couldn't be
over.
more confident as a ball carrier. And
Unless
guess
they
what?
get a
You're gonna go
really
back and
quick
tell your
drive,
offensive
score,
coordinator,
and
"I'd
then
like
get
to
an
keep carrying
onside
it,
kick
thank
if
you."
they're not winning.
Nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here.
Marshall
It's
Brown.
complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves this.
Marshall,
distance.
sorry man, but it doesn't look like you're getting that.
Looks like the defense
that
in
elusive
press
touchdown.
coverage here. The play clock's running down.
At least not yet.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down.
You'll
carry,
wait until
so
the Super
2nd
Bowl
and
if we
9.
get there. I have a feeling. it's going to come down to like a one-possession game in the Super Bowl. And Marshall Brown, who has never scored a touchdown, is going to get the game-winning touchdown in the 4th quarter in the Super Bowl. And we're just going to be like, whoa, man.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. So
And we're going to go 14-2. The Chargers are going to go 7-9. I think we're the best team in the AFC. Maybe even the best team in football.
And a short. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
We got to pass it here.
They'll
But
run
we
it
run
now
it.
out of the gun. And he'll be taken.
34-yard line.
Chiefs are going to signal
Probably
going to
be kicking it
another
here.
timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And I guess they scored a touchdown, got the onside kick, got another touchdown. That would put them at 16. Depending,
back out onto the field.
they could tie it up if they don't go for 2 on either of the touchdowns.
And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage.
They'd have to do 7 and then get the
clearly
2-point conversion the
anything
next
helps
time.
when you're trying to salt one away here.
So I lied there. They would need 1 2-point conversion. But yeah, they got to score quick, get the onside kick, and then I don't know if they could do it, man. They're going to have to do it for some Hail Marys type shit.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just
Looks
shy
good
of
for us.
25
They
at the
need
24-yard line.
at least 2 possessions to tie it.
And now here comes Kansas City. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They begin the drive with Charles.
And they run it.
Trying to find a lane,
Stupid.
but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Smith. Catch made right side by Wilson.
I don't know what the hell
the completion, and
they're
it sets
thinking
up a
right now.
3rd down. And right
Yeah,
now,
go down the field, man.
You love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now Smith.
There you go.
And he finds Hartline on the catch. He got 29 yards that time.
And no huddle. That's when our
And the
defense
offense
breaks down,
moving
too.
quickly to the line. Smith on 1st down. He's got time. A dump off for Charles. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Scary.
From the red zone now, Smith.
Those are the
And
ones.
he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone. And
They're not out of the game.
Second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he just chucked that
It
one
doesn't
out of
look like
bounds
Troy's
out of
going to tie the
everyone's
record.
reach. Maybe a wise call not to take
Unless
a
he does it
sack
in the
this
next
part
couple
the
of
field.
plays.
It brings up 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Down to
So
the
a
last
3rd and
42
10,
seconds of the
and
regular
defensively,
season.
a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he couldn't hang
Good
on to
defensive
it
play
through
by
the
number
contact.
36, Jake
Incomplete.
Dixon. Wow, that's not a name that you've heard too much this year. But he just had one of the bigger plays of the game here today, breaking up that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here.
And this
on
could
4th
be the
down.
last play of the game for
So
the
trailing
Chiefs.
here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down.
And he's going for it all.
And this is incomplete.
And it's over.
They had to go for it with such
We
little
win
time remaining.
14-2.
And it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. Well, they had to take
Colin
one final
Burns.
shot at the end zone, but now things are
Man,
looking
could you
really
imagine if he
bleak.
got an
And I
interception
agree
right
with
there?
that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for
And we're gonna
granted.
kneel it.
And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Denver put the beat down on Oakland there, 42-20. Phillip Rivers had 5 touchdowns.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard
And Dillon doesn't quite
7
crack
yards on the carry. Make
100
it 3rd
yards
and
here.
4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Well,
An
looking
extra
at our team
defensive
here,
back
I'd
in the
probably
game
say
now
our
here for
offensive
3rd and
MVP
4.
was
And Charles, I think when the schedule
Jordan.
comes out, all teams, no
Our
matter where
offense
they're
sucked,
predicted
man.
to finish, talk about protecting your home
defense,
turf. They were
probably
able to do that
Troy.
here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting
maybe
them
even
break your
Curtis
serve.
Smithers.
That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good
yeah.
about that
We
victory.
put together a pretty good defensive game there. Our offense could
So
have been
for
a lot
San
better, but
Diego, a final
we
win
got it
here
done.
means they'll finish at 14-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
The
That's
Chargers
our
are winners
season.
here as we say
We'll
long
get to that
from
postseason
Southern
here
California.
soon. Should be a lot more games coming and a lot more frequent intervals here soon. I promise. Love you guys. See ya.